Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. This is brand new from Charlotte Tilbury, and as you guys know, I love a bit of Charlotte Tilbury. So when I saw this come out, I thought I'm definitely going to get that. I'm definitely going to try it, and I'm definitely going to do a video because I haven't done one in quite some time. Although I have bought a lot of the things I said I was going to buy, I just haven't had a chance to film them. So I've got some thoughts, and I can do another video at some point on things I bought recently that I love. One of them is the Pat McGrath Labs Blur Spray. I would highly recommend it. It does blur you, and I just haven't had a chance to get around to doing a video, and it's a bit old now, so I just thought I'd do something new. As you can see, my hair's very dark, but I'm going back to my lighter colour very soon. Anyway guys, it has been a while and I've missed you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm going to be testing out the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Blur Flawless Concealer, and I'm excited. I definitely got the shade that's slightly too rich. I probably should have got a shade too light, but hey ho, let's go. So I'm just going to get into it, but if you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family, and without further ado guys, here is the video. It's been a while since she brought out a concealer. The last one she brought out was the Beautiful Skin concealer, which I did really like. I repurchased it many times. I got it in the 13 and the 14. The 14 was kind of all over colour. The 13 was a bit more of a highlighter for me. I repurchased the 14 I think twice. I've still got the 13 and I do use it for highlighting every now and then. I do really like the Beautiful Skin. It gives a really nice skin-like finish. The only reason I don't use it very much anymore is because I felt like it was a little bit creasier than other things I use. So I switched back to the Pat McGrath for a while, which I did really like, but it is quite a thick one, quite full coverage. Sometimes you don't always want that. And the shades, I haven't quite found my perfect shade in that, and I know there are loads of good shades in that. I just haven't found my perfect one. So I'm going to get rid of these dark circles. On one side I'm going to do it on its own, and on the other side I'm going to do it on top of a little bit of tint just to see how it sits. I'm going to show you some swatches, show you the packaging, and then I'm going to show you a demo. So those are the swatches on. I got the shade 13.5 because I felt like that would be definitely lighter than the 14, but not as light as the 13. It's almost that's almost true. I think it is a bit closer to the 14 than the 13. It's definitely a bit brighter than the 14, so it's got a bit more of a brightness to it, but I think I probably should have gone for a shade lower, so maybe the 13 or the 12. I haven't seen those in real life. I will go and do a swatch video at some point as soon as I can in store. It hasn't officially launched yet, so I thought I'd just snap it up online and just get this video out. So it should be launching on the 22nd on her website and then elsewhere, so that should be, it should already be live. By the time this video goes out, it's already out there. So go and get it and let me know which shade I should have got, because I probably got the wrong one. But this is a shade 13.5. I think it looks really nice. I like the wand. It's got a very thin middle, so good if you want to, you know, create shapes, and also it's got diamond shape, so it's quite small at the top, which is good for the inner corners if you want to get into small bits, but it's flat as well, so good to just use. It's multi-purpose, I think, which is very helpful, and so I'm excited about it. Can't wait. Really interesting to see it swatched next to the Beautiful Skin ones. We'll see how this goes. I think it'll probably look better on its own than it does brightening up foundation, but we shall see. We shall see. I'm going to put it on because my dark circles are just staring at me, and my hair's very dark. It's all very dark. The top's very dark. It's all very dark. So here we go. It says it's a weightless full coverage concealer, and I feel like that's what I need because I love a good concealer. A good concealer can cover up a multitude of sins. I recently bought the Kosas one, which everyone has been talking about for years, and I get why they like it. It is definitely a very good no makeup concealer. If you don't want to wear anything else, it's fantastic. You just put that on and you look very flawless. The only thing I would say is it's not my favorite for on top of foundations and skin tints and things like that. I just don't think that's really what it's for. So if you're a no makeup girly, then definitely that Kosas one is just so good. It bangs, it hits, it slaps, whatever you say, it does that. But if you tend to like your concealers on top of something, or not necessarily on top of it, but you know, after a foundation or after a tint, it's not my favorite. So I'm hoping this does what that doesn't do, and I can use that for no makeup days, and I can use this for every other day. But I'm excited about it. I like the fact that it blurs. I'm in a very blurry state of mind as we age, as I age. I love a blur. Anything that will smooth me out, make me look more flawless and younger, great. I like the fact that it says it's weightless. I found her Airbrush Flawless foundation, I found it a bit matte for me, a bit heavy, a bit cakey. She did reformulate it, but I just don't really wear like that kind of foundation. I like her Beautiful Skin foundation, which I've repurchased multiple times, and it is my favorite foundation, and I will continue to repurchase it. Hopefully this really balances out that Beautiful Skin and gives me a really nice under eye, weightless, full coverage under eye and glowy skin on my face. So I'm gonna get into it, guys. I said that already. Let's go. It's a very dreary London day today. The weather is not doing it. Okay, so I really like this wand. I'm just gonna go in. There are a lot of blemishes to cover up, so I'm just going to do that. See what happens. The shade doesn't look too bad actually. It's a little bit brighter, so I'm happy about that. I'm just going to get a brush. Okay, that is it on. I have to say I'm not the most hydrated right now. Well, I am. I have put face cream on and serum, but it's dry winter, and so I probably should have put another layer of moisturizer on, and I didn't, but here we go. I didn't. So yes, it looks good. It smoothed me out. I look brighter. It doesn't look the most even. It doesn't look the most well blended, but that's probably more on me. It's definitely covered up some of those blemishes. I didn't really do the best job of putting concealer on them, but I do like the brightness. I definitely see a difference. I mean, oh my god. I definitely see a difference. It's definitely covered up that dark circle, and I really I'm happy about that, so that's good. Wow, didn't realise the dark circle was so bad. So yes, that is a very dramatic before and after, and if people say you don't have dark circles and you know you do, just do that. Anyway, so that is it before and after. Wow, shocking, very shocking. But I think it's definitely proved that it's done a good job. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of tint on this side, and then I'm going to come back and put the concealer over the tint as I would normally do anyway. But yes, I think this is very good. It doesn't look as natural and glowy as the Kosas on a bare face, but I think it's done a very good job, and I look very concealed, so I'm happy about that so far. That is a little bit of tint on. My hair is so dark. So that's a little bit of tint on. I haven't got any concealer on, as you can see. In the mirror, this looks pretty nice. It's just, it looks a lot smoother than it does right now, but it also just looks like it's covered me up to the same pretty much amount as that, which is good. I'm gonna put a bit of the concealer on this side with a bit of the tint on. I've got the Hourglass tint on about here, and then I've got a bit of the ABH, which is a bit dark, and I just like to try and use it because it's too rich to use on its own. So here we go, concealer on a bit more of a dewy looking base, looking a bit more healthy and lifelike, so we'll see how that goes. definitely looks more dewy on top of a nice dewy base. So if I moisturized again or put a primer on, it probably would have looked a bit more lifted. It sits really well on top of the tint, which is something I'm looking for in a concealer, especially not like a no makeup one. So yeah, I'm happy with both sides actually. I've got good coverage on both sides. I'm going to quickly powder down because I don't want to start creasing, but I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury powder just because, you know, when in Rome. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury brightening, the yellow one, the deeper yellow one, which I tend to use, and then I go in with the Pat McGrath blur, which I did break the other day. It was a very, very sad day, the peach, but I love it still and I kept it. Wow, I just saw this on top of the tint and thought, gosh, that looks good. So I definitely like it on top of makeup. Oh my god, wow. Yes, that looks pretty flawless. Oh my gosh. And on its own, it does have that real skin effect. Even though it's very matte, it does have a real skin effect. So that's really good. I'm very pleased. I think this is definitely doing what I want it to do. It's definitely sitting really nicely on top of a dewy base or just a base in general. This is definitely what I was looking for. This is fine and absolutely great, but this is what I was here for. So I'm very happy about this. I'm going to do a bit of bronze and blush and just put some eyeshadow on so I don't look so black and raven-like. I don't know what's going on today. I look like a crow. So I'm just going to quickly do that and then I'll be back to finish up. But yeah, so far so good. Very happy, very pleased. So guys, that is it. That is my finished look. Sorry, I'm having a very dodgy hair day today. That is it. That's my finished look. That is the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Concealer. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I really, really, really like it on top of a foundation or a tint as I have on today. I think it works really, really well. It's just exactly what I was looking for. Even though the shade is kind of my skin tone, I don't mind. I'm not that obsessed with it being brighter, even though I could definitely do with it being brighter. But I think for this, as it is, it's really nice. I can always use a little bit of highlighting concealer just in the corner just to brighten it up. But I think it works really, really well. I'm very pleased with it. This side is absolutely fine. It looks good. Considering there's no base on apart from concealer, I think it's good. I probably should have moisturized again or put on a primer, which I haven't been doing as much recently and I'm going to get back into. But I think it still looks pretty flawless. It looks really good. Just doesn't look as bouncy and dewy and glowy as this side, but I'm still happy with it. I think it's done a good job. I think it's a very good concealer. I'm very pleased with it. It's what I've been looking for. I've needed a good, strong, robust concealer for quite some time. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys. Do you like the look of it? Will you be buying it? Will you be trying it? Let me know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.